Authorities confirm custody of Masaka priest. Opposition leader Robert Chagulanyi, popularly known as Bobi Wine, has sounded the alarm over what he describes as a growing pattern of abductions and enforced disappearances in Uganda. In a statement shared on social media, Chagulanyi cited recent cases involving a Catholic priest in Masaka and a woman reportedly abducted in Kampala, warning that the incidents point to a broader breakdown of the rule of law. He argued that the continued reports of people being taken by armed operatives without prompt official communication are creating fear and uncertainty across the country, particularly as Uganda moves closer to the 2026 general elections. At the stage of the debate is the case of Reverend Father Deusdedit Ssekabira, a youth chaplain of the Masaka Catholic Diocese and curate at Bumange Parish. According to the diocese, Father Ssekabira was allegedly abducted on December 3, 2025 at around 1 p.m. by armed men wearing army uniforms and traveling in a van commonly referred to as a drone. The incident reportedly occurred at Katwe in Masaka City at the priest's office where he serves as director of Uplift Primary School. For several days after the incident, his whereabouts remained unknown, sparking anxiety among clergy, family members, and the wider Catholic community. Who is Reverend Father Deusdedit Ssekabira? Reverend Father Ssekabira is known beyond clerical circle as an environmental and youth activist. In past public engagements, he spoke about empowering young people to protect the environment and care for their communities. In one circulated video, he described his mission as mobilizing youth across countries to take responsibility for environmental conservation. Some commentators and activists have linked his arrest to his environmental advocacy, particularly his perceived opposition to large-scale projects such as the East African Crude Oil Pipeline, that's EACOP, though authorities have not officially made such a connection.
I greet you, ladies and gentlemen, and by names of Reverend Father Ssekabira. Part of the world have come here to share, to get involved, to empower how younger people are being empowered in this kind of caring for their home, caring for the environment. And from here, we are going back to our different homes, our different countries, to go and take care of the environment, to involve other people, other stakeholders, especially the younger people, because they make the biggest percentage in this world. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
The Masaka Catholic Diocese described the priest's disappearance as a grievous wound to the Catholic, his family, and the faithful. Bishop Savas Jumba said repeated efforts to trace Father Ssekabira through various security agencies yielded no results, prompting the diocese to consider legal action. The diocesan lawyer, Alexander Lule, announced plans to file a habeas corpus application in court, seeking to compel the authorities to produce the priest. In the meantime, the bishop directed all priests and faithful to observe a Rosary Triduum, calling on believers to pray for the priest's safety, the church, and the nation. Amid the tension, President Yoweri Museveni's remark drew criticism. Speaking historically, Museveni said that for centuries, small kingdoms fought wars until Europeans subdued them easily. Critics argue that such remarks, coming at a sensitive time, risk being interpreted as dismissive of cultural and religious institutions already under strain.
You can imagine when Christopher Columbus discovered the USA in 1492. We had kingdoms here. That was soon after the collapse of the Mathias dynasty. So for 500 years, these little kings were disturbing us here, fighting stupid wars. Then the Europeans came and conquered them, captured them like grasshoppers, because they were fighting one another. In Ethiopia, they were a bit better. They defeated the Italians, because the Ethiopians were more united. Now, when the Europeans came, apart from the tribal nonsense which the kings had been pushing here, they now added the conflicts of Europe. Because you know, Europe had been having religious
Days later, the Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, issued a statement confirming that Reverend Father Ssekabira is in their custody. According to the army, the priest was arrested for alleged involvement in violent subversive activities against the state. The UPDF said Father Ssekabira is being held lawfully to assist with ongoing investigations and will be produced in court and charged accordingly. While the statement appeared to resolve questions about his whereabouts, it also intensified debate about the manner of his arrest and detention. The confirmation drew strong reactions from opposition politicians and civil society figures. Mathias Mpuuga, president of the Democratic Front, SDF, condemned what he described as the barbaric practice of abducting citizens and holding them incommunicado. Mpuuga argued that if the priest had his case to answer, security agencies should have summoned him through the Bishop of Masaka rather than using force. He warned that the incident echoes the disappearances reported before, during, and after the 2021 general elections, some of which remain unresolved to date. In the same statement, Kyagulanyi also reported the alleged abduction of a woman identified as Sarah Nambogo. He said Nambogo was taken from her workplace at Kampala Club by armed operatives traveling in a Toyota Noah vehicle, registration number UBP791G. As of the time of reporting, our whereabouts were said to be unknown, and there had been no official confirmation or denial from security agencies regarding our alleged abduction. Political commentators and analysts have urged caution, warning that continued tensions between security agencies and religious institutions could deepen public mistrust. Commentator Charles Ramoshana cautioned authorities against provoking conflict with the Catholic Church, urging them to handle the matter with restraint and professionalism. The incidents come at a time of heightened political sensitivity as Uganda prepares for the 2026 elections. Human rights advocates warn that allegations of abductions, if not addressed transparently, could undermine public confidence in state institutions. Opposition leaders have called on citizens to speak out against what they describe as growing lawlessness, insisting that respect for due process and the rule of law is essential for national stability and democratic credibility.